share with us. I told them three each, and if we have time after that, we're gonna go on. So, who's going first, guys?
Felix first.
Well, I'll talk about one item that I was just talking to Kat about. I have a box, like a jewelry box, that I got from. It belonged to a gentleman, and after he passed away, um, anytime someone put an item, a personal item of themselves in it, like a ring or something, the person will get either severely sick or die. And I got a hold of that one. I do keep that one under lock and key because I don't want anybody to look at it in the cube box. Let's put my jewelry in there. Again, I try to protect everybody on it, but I'm not about to test it to see how well it works. But it was confirmed by at least four incidences with it. And that's when they ended up having to get rid of it. There was an investigation, and demonologist dealt with it, and he got the item and gave it to me. So that's one of our items. Jamie?
Um, the only one that has really scared me, and it's probably my smallest one that I have at the house. It's a small doll. Um, and we got it from our friend overseas, and I didn't have any backstory on her. So, I asked him, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, I jump out of bed because I hear someone screaming my name. And my husband was deployed at the time, so it was just me and the kids. So, I was really freaked out, searched through the house and nothing. I look at my phone and he told me that, it belonged to this lady that recently passed away. Once she passed, people would hear her voice coming from the doll yelling her husband's name. And I was like, well, she's not yelling his name anymore. She's yelling my name. And I was like, is that why you sent her with a rosary? And he just laughed at me. So for the longest time, I kept the rosary on her. But now, I've taken it off and she's happy. Her eyes change colors. So that's how we know if she's happy or mad. At the event in October, one of the ladies that is a psychic, she was holding her and she kind of like rushed her back to me. She's like, she said, I'm not her owner to give her back. I was like, well, at least she's happy.
She said
And that's the
what?
one I will be, that the doll said to the lady, she's not her owner to give her back to me.
Oh,
She wasn't happy that someone was holding her.
so she had gotten so attached to you.
Yep.
And again, that's because of the way we treat these items, because it's not only a dolls, but it's the way we treat these items that we gain the respect from them as well as we respect them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why we don't get so much negative activity in the census, because they know they're in the right hands. Ruthie is the doll that I said that had the pentagrams on the feet.
Yes.
The lady that gave it to me said that it called out and it should go to me. Um,
That's
she
unusual, right?
she knew, and this is from England, and she knew when she was sending it to me that it was going to the right hands. Ruthie has been fine, but she will get upset. I've
And
seen
her eyes
her.
changed colors.
I was just going to say, I have seen her eyes turn red
Oh,
when they turn, and I mean, it's unbelievable to think about because this is a doll, but I'm not the only one that's seen it. Jamie has seen it, and people that don't even know about the doll has said, why are her eyes red? She
Right.
doesn't have red eyes,
right.
but when she's upset, her eyes turn red. And I'm talking about people that don't even know about it have seen her eyes red. And she's fine with me. I mean, she's in my right now because I had taken her to an event, not for show and tell or anything, but she was in my car and she's been fine. But when I see her eyes red, I know something has upset her. And again, that's the one that has the young girl, but there's also something dark attached to it too. And I have not figured out. The only thing that I have been told is evil, could be have used in some kind of ritual like voodoo, or to me it was more probably demonic ritual because of the pentagrams.
Yeah.
So
Well, somebody said that one of the people that bound the girl that did the sacrifice with the girl,
that's
that they
right.
bounded themselves to the doll too. So once they passed away, their spirit goes straight to the doll. And with Ruthie, you can tell like the environment, the energy is different at times. Sometimes it's, you can feel that fear that she feels, and then there's like this aggravating sense to the doll, and then it's sometimes you don't feel nothing, but it's mainly the fear that comes from that doll. Because I know before Felix told me anything about the doll, I was like, oh no, something that was used in something. And so when we went to Scarefest and had that validation, he was like, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You got one? Go ahead.
We, like he mentioned, we have some objects from Africa, and I would say the highest level that I have is the one from Rhodesia, and it's a tribal death statue. And when we first got it, like me and my daughter felt really sick, headache, just felt like we were going to throw up. And I told,
That's funny.
I told the statue, I was like, look, this is your home. As long as you don't affect us, you're free. Whatever you were made for, your job is done. And, you can be here and be happy. And, just all I ask is you respect us and don't make us sick. And ever since then, we can be around the statue and, we don't feel anything negative. While my husband was deployed, I would wake up because I would feel like somebody was walking around my room, and I would just tell him, look, I'm safe. No one's going to hurt us, just go back to bed. I would be able to sleep the rest of the night. But like, I can tell when I'm upset, he's more active. So it's almost like he's protecting me. And, to some people it sounds weird or crazy, but, with all our objects, we do have a connection with them.
Well, sure, you have relationships. That's what
right.
that's
and
built
so,
and she's right. I mean, that's why I said once they realize that they are home and they're getting the respect that they expect and want, then they respect us too. And it's funny you say that, Jamie, because I have also a death statue that gave me the same feeling. And it has subsided, but it was also an African death statue. And I got to research where it came from, but it is from Africa. And it gave me the same feeling when I first got home. I just said a few things like, if anything is trying to hurt me, remember that I'm here to protect you.
Yep.
And no harm will come to you or disrespect, and everything went fine. But it's funny that's why I was laughing when you said that about yours, because mine did the same thing. So that is pretty funny.
Yeah, and that jewelry box you were talking about, is that the one you had me open up at the Thomas house?
No,
Oh.
no, ma'am. The one I had you open up at the Thomas house is a music box that has a clock on it, and it belonged to a young girl that committed suicide, and she's attached to it, and it has heavy poltergeist activity when you open it and play the music from it.
Wow.
It's yeah, and she was a young lady that probably in her late teens, I think it was. She committed suicide, and it's sad to say, but we get a lot of teen suicides. And
Christy just asked, can the demonic thing feed off of your emotions? In the chat room.
Yes, I believe they can. They feed off of emotion, especially negative emotions and fear.
Yes.
What do you think, James?
It's not the demonic.
No,
but
and
the
yet,
demonic
actually,
is the one that that's what gives them the energy is your emotions. When you're in fear, that's more gasoline for them.
fear.
So they do feed off the fear, the demonic entities?
Yes.
Well, I believe all entities will feed off of fear. Like even in the church, if you show fear, trust me, you're the one that's going to get picked on in there.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
But demons feed off of emotions, not only fear, but anger.
Yeah.
Any kind of anger or negative emotions they can feed off of that. And a lot of demonic possessions start off as a lot of negativity and anger and stuff like that attracts these entities. When it comes to demons, that attracts them instead of love, happiness, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they can feed off of negative emotions and fear.
Okay.
That's my again, what Jamie and I say here is our belief, and doesn't mean it's all set in stone, because it's only by our experiences that we've had that we believe this. Sir Kyle.
Yes, he's there.
Our favorite.
Well, but
He
you know
is.
what? We've got a minute and 20 seconds left. Can you believe that?
That's it?
This has to be the fastest 2 hours in radio. So
Yeah, I thought we only went an hour.
we
Yeah,
are
me
almost
too.
up through the 2 hours. But I've got to tell you, we are going to be breaking this week after Wednesday for the holidays. Well, after Friday. And then we'll be back with the first of the year. But will you join me either here or on Paranormal Experience to continue this discussion?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, because we have so much more to learn from you. And I'm looking forward to every second of it. So, y'all, this has been Jamie Menshouse and Felix Martin. They are Haunted Mysteries. They are paranormal investigators as well as haunted collectors. And I'm so looking forward to having you back. We have had a great time. I've learned a lot from y'all. Of course, I always learn a lot from y'all. I think that's one of my favorite things. And I can't wait till the next.
Me either. I always enjoy doing your show, Kat. I mean, it's always been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And now doing it together with Jamie is even twice as better.
Well, I think it was awesome too. That y'all are such a great combination. So tell
you.
people how they're going to find you.
Well, right now we have a Facebook page. It's Felix's and Jamie's mysterious
Haunted mystery.
Haunted Mysteries.
Haunted Mysteries. And soon as we get it up, we're going to have our also webpage. And we're on Instagram under Felix and Jamie's Haunted Mysteries. Keep an eye on Ghost Hunt Weekend's website, because there will be more showings. Like I said, we'll be a guest on April 12th and 13th.
Yep.
And more to come.
And of course, we'll be at Scarefest next year.
We'll be at Scarefest next to Ghost Hunt Weekend's booth. And we'll probably do a conference there on our objects and educating people.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going